Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hello, people. Hello, my viewers all over the world. Welcome to my platform, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And if you are sleeping right now, good night to you. And when you wake up, please share our program. Share, and like. So, this is a new update. It's a new update. So we bring a update for you as it is going on in Nigeria, as the situation is going on. As you all know, we are in a period of election, and it never go to anywhere. They are still in court, so everybody is just predicting that maybe it will go well, or it will lead to disaster. But we are not praying for disaster. We are not praying for war. We are not praying for anything bad. So we are praying for good. The goodness shall be for us. So I thank you, my viewers. You have been well with us. You have been sharing our program and continue sharing and like. So thank you, and God will be with you. God will be with your home. Will be with your family. So my name is Timo Starboy. So lórí ètò ẹ jẹ́ ká fi yéra wa. So kí n má fi àkókò yín ṣòfò, ká má fa àkókò ara ṣòfò. So mo kọ́ fẹ́ break news ní this morning. Ó dà pé ní àti Lagos. So we heard the news that the one container fall down and hit public bus. Hit I think BRT bus. So but God so good. There's no casualty. So, but we just want to call on government that they are ruling all this sitting government now. So this kind of thing they should reduce it. This kind of accident. This is obvious that if a trailer is carrying a container, it should be tied very well. It should be tied up very well. Not that we just put it like that. You have to be thinking of the consequences, thinking of people, the people that living around there, because this is not a one time. It's not two times. It has been, going on like that. Many accidents. This what so called negligent. Negligent result to the accident. You need to be providing some, some guidance. Just tell them before they take out the container from the wharf or wherever they are transporting the container to. They should tie it very well. This is obvious thing. It's a simple logic. Common sense. How can you just put a container on top of the trailer like that, and they will be driving it just like that, just carelessness. So this is what we have been telling you people. ohun tá à ń bá yín sọ ni ẹ máa gbé kọ̀ǹtínà yẹn dé mọ́lẹ̀ dáadáa. ohun tó bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe nílùú òyìnbó níbàá náà nìyẹn. ẹ wá gbé sórí ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́. ìgbà tèmi náà gan wa tí mo wà nílé tí mo travel lọ ní last year, was it not last year? Yeah. Tí mo travel lọ mo rí kọ̀ǹtínà. Ọlọ́run ló ní kó má wo lu mọ́tò tá a gbé. Mọ́tò tí mo ń drive lọ. Ọlọ́run ló ní kó má wo lu torí ó kàn ṣe gẹ̀lẹ̀gẹ̀lẹ̀, just shaking without tidying it down with the trailer. You're supposed to tie it down there, just not everything that is supposed to be not that you just put it gẹ́gẹ́rẹ́, wàá gbé sórí container gẹ́gẹ́rẹ́, ẹ wá máa gbé lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. You are just taking the risk of many people with your negligent behavior. If it is in this this overseas we are, they will sue you, and you have to pay for the damages. You pay for the penalty, if not leading to jail. You will serve a jail term, at least 2 years in a jail. Because of your negligence. How can you be so careless like that all the time? So carelessness. You just put container, heavy load, heavy duty, 40 feet, 20 feet. You just put it there, and It will just, if that one smash anybody now, it's gone. It's a gunner, you know. It's not our soul is not remedy, you know. You cannot retreat back. Once somebody is gone, it's gone. So how can you just be careless and put the load there like that? That is what we are talking about. You know, that is what we are talking about. You just want to be killing people. Are you a vampire? Are you a blood suckers? All the time, just negligent with your carelessness. The last one we heard, was it not 2 weeks ago, that the BRT, it collided with a train that is going on its rail. How could that be? You have to provide the good guide, you know, the good guide to the rail, because if you don't market the line, you know, these people sometimes they drink ogogoro or maybe paraga. They will do all sorts of tea, all sorts of liquid like that, you know. Make sure. Even smoke igbo and the driving, tosticated. You know, if you are drinking, don't drive. And if you are sleeping, if you are dozing, you have to park somewhere and make sure you slept very well before you continue to driving. That is safety. Where is your road safety? Where's your road safety guardian? You just left everybody carelessness. They will be doing all sorts of things. There's no law. Lawless country. How long are we going to be teaching us all this simple logic, simple brain, you know? Just common sense. How long are we going to be debating on this? Or teaching you how to behave in life? Everybody is just doing anything, anyhow. You think you are in the animal kingdom? Just behave anyhow. Even some people without no driver license, they just take cars and be driving roughly, you know, just taking maneuver anywhere. They don't have sign license, they don't have driving license. I'm sure of that. There's a lot of people, they don't have paper completed. No vehicle papers, nothing. They just take the car and be driving anyhow. You think you are with yourself? You are living alone. You consider some people too living with you. Consider some soul. You know, if you damage people now, body now, and you kill somebody now, that is gone. There's no justice for it, because it's a lawless country. So that is that. So my peoples, let me play you some video here, because this is the one that I brought for you as updated. You know, this is a new news that it come up. So it's about the election we are talking about. So the matter is not going down. It's just rising. We don't know when they're gonna finish, but this is what they are talking about on the matter of our election. And got so good. It seems that INEC, they are coming out and accepting they are guilty, you know. But it's only what left is that who is going to prosecute them? That is the question we're asking. Who is going to prosecute? Because somebody have to be taken as a scapegoat. Somebody have to, you know, take the heat. You understand? Somebody have to be served as a scapegoat, just for them to be corrected, not this kind of things to be happen. You know, we need to take it out of some organization, because I know INEC is the bad ass. Yeah, you know, they are the troublemaker. They make all these things, and they will have their own heat too. You know, they have their own justice. You know, so let me play you this thing, and we continue our own this thing. Okay, this one is no, not this one. Okay, I will put it on the speaker.
Postponing the election of the House of Assembly election has been foreseen. In fact, let me add that I will make people surprised. They postponed the election to give them enough time to assemble the winners even before the election. I will not be surprised that in the kitties of INEC, they have the names of people to be declared as governors. It's just a matter of time.
My people, this one swam past me. Mentor say I check this video before I watch them. INEC has been exposed again.
Sorry, this man is just shouting.
Expected.
Okay.
Postponing the election of the governors and House of Assembly election has been foreseen. In fact, let me add that I would not be surprised. They postponed the election to give them enough time to assemble the winners even before the election. I would not be surprised that in the kitties of INEC, they have the names of people to be declared as governors. It's just a matter of time. Therefore, postponing or taking over the election anytime by INEC is just a pre-arranged issue. It's an RNG business. We have no confidence anymore in INEC. We have lost confidence in them. I knew Mahmoud more than 20 years ago. The impression I had about him then, but not now, was he is gentle, unassuming, decent. But with the way and the manner and the speed, head, neck, shoulder and leg, he ignored every clarion call and he participated in perpetrating and putting in place the most scandalous, the most fraudulent, the most irresponsible election process in the history of Nigeria, in spite of the billions of naira he requested for, in spite of the billions of naira released to him, in spite of all the assurances that are now turned out to be fake.
Well, we have to be, I understand the passion, obviously, that you have, and you support Atiku Abubakar, who, according to the official results, came second. So I can understand the passion that you feel about the way that you think the election was conducted. But obviously, we don't, I mean, you're going to court. Atiku Abubakar is going to court, the PDP is going to court, and would have to wait to see what evidence they put forward in that courtroom. But from your point of view as a supporter of Atiku, is a picture emerging from your vantage point of how the PDP intends to approach its legal challenge to the outcome of the presidential election in a court of law?
I leave the preparedness, the arrangement, the scholarship, and the skills of the team of 19 senior advocates of President Atiku to perfect their skill and their art in the court of law, either at the tribunal or eventually at the Supreme Court. That is in the area of the legality. But what I do have is that the moment, in fact, 6 hours into announcing the results, from Mahmoud's body language, I saw it coming. And the moment he declared Tinubu as the winner, four things came into my mind. Number one, I remember Chinua Achebe in his book Arrow of God. Chinua Achebe said, if you see an old woman dancing in the middle of the bush, dancing and dancing and dancing endlessly, using all the styles, all the tricks, but you who is watching the old woman have not heard or seen any drama, have not heard the music she is dancing to. Achebe said, if you don't see the drama, that old woman knows the drama. If you don't hear the music, that old woman hears the music. Therefore, for Mahmoud to be unilaterally ignore all the clarion calls, ignore all the infractions, ignore all the clear, glaring evidences of fraud and misconduct in the election. He was dancing to a music. He was dancing to a drum. We know the drummers. We know the rhythm he is dancing to. And time will tell who were those drummers. The drummers made him to dispossess millions of Nigerians of their preferences and their choices to choose in a free and fair election. He destroyed whatever integrity he has in the eyes of the society. Indeed, all the 4 years promises he has been doing now has come to pass. Luckily, on 22nd November 2022, last year, he issued out a press statement signed by Okoye that, and he addressed the press that he has heard that people are peddling a rumor that he is conniving to rig the election of 2023. It has now come to pass. We have seen him as an actor, an active actor, along with his cohorts, in changing Nigerians and participating in the most fraudulent election in the history of Nigeria. Secondly, what came to my mind is that those who read Shakespearean books, particularly the book of Hamlet, there is one message. One evil will lead to so many evils.
Yes.
And evil will never stand.
Exactly.
In that particular drama called Hamlet, the Fool of Denmark, King Hamlet was on the throne with a beautiful queen. His younger brother, Claudius, poisoned and killed him. For what? He took over the throne and he married away the queen. Soon after taking over that throne, fraudulently, like taking over elections fraudulently, King Claudius was shown in a leading position, praying, and he said, "Oh God, what form of prayer will serve my purpose? To forgive my fallen mother?" And he answered himself, he said, "That cannot be, since I am still in possession of the fruit of the mother, my queen, my own crown, my own ambition." And he asked, can one retain the fruits of his crime and seek for God's forgiveness? If you steal election, if you participate in a fraudulent election, you are participating in a fraud.
Yes.
And fraud will never stand because fraud is evil. Subsequently, he died. He lost the crown. He lost the queen. In the process, the prince was killed. Laertes was killed. Polonius was killed. Ophelia was killed. In fact, only two people survived. One, a gentleman, Horatio. The other one, Fortinbras, Prince of Norway, who was standing to defend his honor and to defend his own integrity. We will continue to defend our integrity and our honor and our votes.
Exactly.
Until the day when we see evil crashing, crumbling, and it will be subdued. It will be reduced into a pitiable combustible material.
Well, let's just be very clear there that the two contexts are different. I mean, you use the Shakespearean example, but that's obviously totally different. And also, I need to make clear, because INEC are not here to defend themselves, that they have said repeatedly that they didn't engage in any kind of fraud and that they were hampered by technical and logistical glitches. So I need to make that ineluctably clear. But some in the PDP...
If they are hampered...
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
If they are hampered by technical glitches as admitted by them, the right thing to do is to look inwards, make the corrections, make amendments.
It's true.
It is that it is in a court of law now. At least it's heading to a court of law, so it'll be determined in a court of law the extent of their negligence or culpability.
Yeah.
They admitted that there were technical glitches. International observers discredited these elections. Local observers discredited this election. There are clear, glaring evidences of fraud and involvement of INEC officials, security officials in undermining the election. The provision of the act of INEC provided that he can review within 7 days. He never reviewed. He went head on, arrogantly, without any remorse. To declare a winner.
He has taken the bribe.
Well, to put it mildly, it sounds like there's a massive trust deficit here. And of course, you're not alone. I mean, there are lots of Nigerians who share your views, but also quite a lot of people who are on the other side, who support the results and who believe that the candidate of the APC, Bola Tinubu, won fairly and squarely. But some in the PDP, I mean, let's look at what has happened subsequently, because people have gone to court. I mean, the Labour Party, the PDP, asking to see the materials. They've been given that permission. Then INEC went back to court and asked for for the judgment to be varied, and to some extent it secured it because it allowed it to reconfigure the beavers, but some in the PDP and Labour, and I wonder where you stand on that, have suggested that they would have preferred INEC not to have tampered at all with the beavers' devices that were used for the presidential election, but should have made financial provisions to get a different set of devices for the governorship elections. I wonder where you stand on that.
Mr. Charles, my stand is very clear. Even the one with the most elementary knowledge of ICT, is that the moment these beavers machines are wiped, the argument is that you get it from the back end. The back end is the back end of fraud.
Yes.
Any server that has a back end, and every server has a back end, you can tamper with the back end at will, at your own convenience, at your own speed. Wiping the beavers' memory is a clear-cut fraud, and it means INEC are just playing on a script. They have a script. They are not dispossessed. Yes. Labour Party and PDP Party from accessing and snapping the beavers' machine memory directly, relying on the back end, is just relying on somebody who is who you are owing money. You are owing him money, and he told you, "I will pay you money on Judgment Day." Yet, when you are doing your accounting, you always put that amount of money, fully aware that that money is not going to come during your lifetime. It's going to be during the lifetime at Judgment Day. So we take exception to that. That is not fair. Yes. That is not balanced. That is not professional, and that is changing millions of people, and that is casting additional doubt on the integrity of the entire election process, on the integrity of INEC, and the integrity of all other people who participated in the fraud.
This is real talk.
I can obviously surmise from what you've said that you're disappointed with INEC's performance on February the 25th.
Extremely disappointed.
And as I said, there are a lot of people who would agree with you. And you've also said that, in a sense, you're bracing yourself for another assault from the Electoral Commission on March the 18th. All this, of course, bearing in mind that you support an aggrieved candidate, Atiku Abubakar. But let me ask you this, because you're in Kaduna. The elections have been postponed, the governorship elections, till the 18th of March. I wonder how that election and the campaign leading up to it is shaping up in Kaduna, where you are. I mean, we had Uba Sani a couple of days ago on this program, and he seemed quite confident, but it does look as if it's going to once again be between the big four parties, the APC, the PDP, Labour, and the NNPP, or is it more of a two-horse race in your assessment?
Well, unfortunately and sadly, it is a contest between Islam and Christianity. Unfortunately, in Kaduna State, it's going to be a contest between those who are for Muslim ticket and those who are for Muslim Christian ticket. It's going to be a contest between Muslims and Christians agreeing to work on one side, and Muslims who are insisting on having a Muslim ticket. This is how dicey it is. This is how dangerous it is. This is how tricky it is. And that is why there is growing apprehension, there is growing tension, there is growing uncertainty, because the two warring factions are at daggers. They are prepared. They are willing to do a do or die affair. I call on security agencies to, as a matter of urgency, ensure that they intervene very urgently in Kaduna State, in Katsina, in Kano, and particularly in Zamfara and Niger, because there is a glaring desperation between the actors and the actresses. Government officials are directly involved. They have descended into the arena. Religious bodies are involved. Clerics, laities, imams, bishops, madams, call them ustazes, they are all involved. Many of them have been compromised financially. Many of them are calling for war. I have seen a clip of a cleric who was saying that if you come to a place where he is preaching and you object to his branch of preaching, he will send you to a cemetery. His boys will send you to a cemetery. This is in Kaduna. I hope the security agencies are watching, and they are willing to do the right thing. They are willing also to remain neutral and balanced and honest and responsible because they are being paid from the common man's money. They are being paid from the taxpayers' money. It is a clarion call. It is urgent. It is important.
I mean, it sounds like nothing short of political warfare there. And looking at the two biggest parties, the APC has chosen a Muslim ticket, so presumably that's who you're referring to, and the PDP, who you support, have chosen a Muslim Christian ticket, and that is where your sort of warning is coming from. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. And see how this vying for power in the run-up to March the 18th turns out. But let me return briefly to the presidential ballot that has just been held. I wonder what your reaction is to President Buhari's defense of Tinubu's election. I mean, in a sense, I suppose you'd say that he would, wouldn't he, in spite of the global outcry that you'd already mentioned and your sense of these alleged irregularities of that election?
Well, if Buhari, the president, have not defended the mandate, that would have been news. That he has defended the mandate is no more news. He is the same president who defended 23 trillion naira ways and means loan from the central bank. He is the same president who kept mute in the face of multi-trillion naira fraud at the oil sector. He is the same president who kept quiet when the treasury is being looted, stolen, high, empty, and dry. Therefore, if he defends this additional political election fraud, it's just adding up to the number. Look at the fraud. INEC said 93,469,008 people registered as voters. And then they said 87,209,007 collected their PVCs. But scandalously, they said 25 million people, 289,616 were accredited. In between the time of accreditation and the time of voting, they said only 24 million people and 24,025,940 voted. Therefore, in between this 1-2 hours, 321,398 did not vote. You begin to ask, were they abducted by bandits? Or they all died before the voting period? Or they fizzled away?
That is the question.
One big question mark, inordinate silence from INEC. And then when you say democracy is a game of numbers, not a minority number, a game of majority numbers. Look at the number of people who voted for the election. Simple number, simple arithmetic. 24 million people voted. 16,491,218. A combination of PDP and Labour Party figures rejected the man who was declared winner with 8,700,000 votes. In a country of 200 million people, if you say the winner was declared winner with 8,794 votes, out of 250 million people, it means less than 4% of Nigerians voted him. And you call him a democratically elected president? Look, you can tell people whatever story you want to take. INEC can tell people any story. We are willing to hear the stories, the good, the bad, the ugly, the stupid, the dangerous, and even the most unheard. But time will tell. This fraud will not stand. It will not stand the test of time. And in the manner religious bodies descended into the political arena, in the manner traditional rulers descended into the arena, in the manner governors and other politicians descended into the arena. If this is democracy,
this is crazy.
God save the subjects.
I've got to come in there. Right, okay. I want to thank you.
God save the congregation.
This government is zero policy. Zero government. They are all crook. My fellow people, they are all crook. Robbery at the broad daylight. Scandalous. Impunity. That is all about. Stolen ballot, stolen mandate. They are all bunch of criminals. They are all bunch of criminals. Just accept that. Thank you, my viewers. This is all I have for you today. So tomorrow we'll bring another update. So share our program, share it, let it go wide. Thank you, and leave your comment below. So it's very important. So have a lovely day. Bye. Mwah. Love you.